Hi, fire signs. Hope that you're well. I guess my screen is locked. I really don't know why it does that. It's nonsense. But anyway, whoever's out there that's really good with the IT work, I know y'all are on my stuff anyway. Could you please fix it for me? Thank you very much. If you are new, and I'm sure I'm just talking to government, but if you did find this channel, welcome in. My name is Shannon. I'm glad to have you, and I look at all kinds of just different stuff. A lot of times I am focusing on criminal activity because I want to ask at the hand of the Most High what's around us so that it can be addressed and moved out of the way. So we don't want crime. We don't. And if you're the criminal and you like it, I'm coming after you and asking the word of the Most High to expel you out of this place. Nobody wants to be around thieves, liars, cheats. Nobody wants that. And if you fell down and you are sincere with the Most High, He'll clean you up and you'll have a testimony and you'll stick your finger in that very thing and say that it was wrong. And what's wrong is wrong and will always be wrong. And what's right is right will always be right, right? So anyway, I apologize. So if somebody can fix this camera, I would appreciate it. But otherwise, I guess it's going to be an audio reading. The most important thing is that we get the message, though, right? So let's see what's going on with fire energies. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Passion is here. You can take these energies any way that you want. You could be speaking to the cross watcher. There's a bunch of people involved in some, oh my God, in the air reading. It was really big. And the sun right now is in the air. And so the big ball of fire can be found there. So anyway, if you're dealing with work matters, it was really strong there. Show me fire, please. Yehovah Elohim. I just thank you so very much for the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. What are you going to bring out for fire energy? We have the Seven of Wands, and yet there is warring going on. There's blocking, there's defensiveness, there's attacking, there's a lot of spiritual stuff going on with this energy. Somebody is also able to stand up here and get their ground, regardless if you got a bunch of freaks around you, man. This is a victory card. Then we have the Nine of Swords coming out here. This is nonsense, people. What in the world is going on with people? The Nine of Swords is up in my head, in my bed, and that's all we keep seeing on the channel the last couple days. Real big stuff. And then the Fool. Well, this is why. Because somebody's in some freaking folly out here. They've signed something, they went somewhere, there's a covenant out here that was around a matter, and now there's anger going on. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Over what? A love situation? Well, somebody is, dealing with a party that is a freakazoid, though. And there's perverseness out here. I'm seeing two dogs out here, and the dog will go back to vomit. And the Most High God says that a fool will go back to folly. They can't get out of it. They just keep returning. And so if a dog's going to... And the word vomit came out today as well on this channel, on this platform. And we addressed that. But there's, and the dogs were there. We had canines that did come out, and there was a fox and a dog. So there's dogs out here. There's perverseness out here. There's sickness. Somebody is sick in their head, in their bed, for some perverted thing that's just in general is just taking place outside of the Most High God's word of truth. And something's known about whatever that is. Somebody is a big time manipulator here then, with the King of Cups in the negative of his energy, and he's a king at it. Somebody is, because there's genius nonsense out here with the Fool, but they're foolish. But they're foolish. Show me this Fool. Okay, that's why the war's going on. There's a lot of passion and anger in the Fool's bosom. The King of Swords is coming out on this Fool, and the Wheel. So again, a bunch of travel stuff just keeps coming out. But the Chariot was just in the air reading, and we are looking at the Fool, which can take it back to air, and a King of Swords came out on it with the Wheel. This is a whirlwind. Because somebody does know where somebody went and why they went there, and there's authority around a matter in a really big way. This is a big time authority with the King of Swords coming out. Now, if he's in the upright, he's going to take action. He's going to be very logical. He's going to be about 50 billion miles ahead of everyone else if he is genius and if he's humble there. He is in the truth with the will and the upright as well. And I had a senator come out and said, this is a senator, and he sets up in a place in his leadership in all truth, and he's protected here in something. The Most High, it came out with the Most High's arm. If whoever's doing what, I don't know. Maybe a senator is involved in some nonsense. I don't know. But most of us bring somebody out in a real high authority here, and I did have the word senator come out. We need to pray for our leadership, people. I don't know what's going on there, but the Most High is showing somebody is out here to take care of something, and the arm of authority is out here, and somebody's got they're tied into something. They got somebody's dealing with a strong compulsory tie somewhere in their rebellion, and they won't let go of something. They keep coming back for whatever reason, why the perversion of some matter is even here in the first place. The wheels turn it, and there's something that's known about timing. It keeps coming out, and it is here, and the will is a divine timing of some. It's going to click, and there's going to be a clean slate here with that full. I just noticed my camera's on. Thank you very much. If you fix that for me. There is a defeat. There is a defeat because the arm of authority, this is Jehovah's first letter of his name, and he don't lose. And so there is a defeat. Again, I don't care. I'm coming back kind of nonsense crap out here. Attacking some stupid stuff. And yet this is a victory and a defeat is out here on this nonsense. Show me this King of Cups. Really just telling itself. And that was just in the air reading. It's all here. It's so evil out here, folks, because there's a perversion. There's dogs out here. Some dogs been in somebody's bed on some perversion as well. It's gross. Nonsense, confusion, where envy and I had the word green come out twice today. And where envy and strife is and confusion can be found, there's every evil work. And we had the work rune come out and all kinds of stuff about work, and the employee card come out. There's evil work around a matter. And whatever somebody did, it had a consequence to it. Now somebody's mental in the freaking head, and there's a murderer around somebody's nonsense. You will help our leadership get up, take action, and I just pray protection over every person involved in this thing to take down that gross party that is perverted in your earth. What's hidden here still? So we do have groups of people showing up, and this is the conversation card. Okay, and we do see a bunch of people here and a bunch of people there, because there's a bunch of people involved in some nonsense, or it's going to affect a bunch of people. Okay, in this decision, if it's not made in the truth, people, that whirlwind's just going to be a continual whirlwind. This is a final verdict card as well, putting in, there's time to this thing. The Most High says he's going to get the last say, regardless. Somebody chooses wrong, Most High's going to give somebody a whirlwind, and then he's going to turn it in the upright for the people who want to stand in the truth. That's the way it's going to go in his kingdom. He give you a chance to do the right thing. He's testing his word in you. Okay? This way in the pros and cons. Well, the pros and cons showing up out here in what it's going to look like for the lie. If the Most High's in it, even if it causes people to rise up, it's only for them to be taken out to show who they are in a situation. Okay? What else should I bring out here, please? So, the wedding and the business card. Okay? I called it a wedding and a marriage card. I think it said the same thing in the air reading. But it's the wedding and the business is here. And it does look like, Congress and stuff like that up here as well. So, we got people talking in really high places. I think was it today's reading? I had the Pentagon come out. I think it was last night, possibly, in the Instagram. I don't remember. I've done so many videos. But there's big stuff up here. There's big stuff going on. I had military come out today. So the wife card is here. And this is just somebody stepped out of their position. Okay? Or a wife is dealing with her husband that's done that. Maybe with another wife. I don't know. but somebody has stepped out of some position, or somebody's thinking about it, or somebody's returning to get somebody to do it again. I don't know. That's something is going on. Communication is here. Okay? Communication is here. And if somebody's putting a final verdict on some nonsense that's been out here to put down a conflict, then great. Give us some words out here for fire energy. There's a postal person here involved in this, just on a personal, something personal that's showing about a postal person. You could work for the post office. You could drive a postal vehicle or something like that, since the wheel is out here. So the Most High says they're being watched. Okay, good, because we have a serial killer somewhere. The Most High said they'd be caught. You deal with somebody very mental, they lost their mind, they need to be put down. They're insane. They're being watched. Something around a connection with foster care is here. Okay, well, we had children involved in some stuff, and that's, some people don't care about the children, but we're supposed to love the children. Somebody says, I've been waiting on you, or somebody has been waiting for this attack. Okay, because they're a freakazoid in their mind, and they're trying to do a murder out here around something. And they're being watched. Just as much as the wicked party's watching somebody, this wicked party is being watched. They're going to go to jail. The Most High says he's going to bring somebody the answer today. Well, thank you, Jehovah. Jehovah is on my side, or your side if you stand with him, and we can confidently say this. Jehovah is on my side, and I will not fear, for what can man do to me? Nothing. Jehovah takes my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me. Thank you, Jehovah. He gives us too many for sure words, folks, that we can lean on. There's the senator. It fell in my hands again. Wow. It's out here. It shows a real big, this great big authority figure, and somebody is known out here. All right, well, it's out here. A might, a strength, a power, a force, mastery, a champion, a chief, a giant energy. All right, well, something's real big out here, folks. A cross-dresser energy is connected. If somebody also is cross-dressing to do something in disguise as well. If you are dealing with a cross-dresser, then you are. Then something is around a perversion there, I guess, as well. Talent. Somebody also has false heart. Again, capture with a net. Somebody is trying to capture somebody with a net. Something around a date is here, but there's adultery going on. Okay, there's somebody's got some type of nonsense going on around adultery situation. Somebody's spouse has found that out, and they're trying to capture somebody up with a net or whatever, or try to get rid of the spouse so they can continue in an adultery. I don't know. It can go many different directions with that ordeal. Somebody is out here that does know how to get up in here and defend their opinions in all uprightness, and that's great. And so you don't have to fear these idiots, whatever all this nonsense is coming out on my table. There's just some stuff that needs to be taken care of in a really big way. Somebody's dealing with the same-sex issue on a love matter around a competition, and the same, and so the party has a male and female connection, but there's another party that wants the same sex of that around some craziness. Okay, and that may be very well known somewhere, since that's known, and this is known and perceived energy here. Whatever that is, it may have already been communicated somewhere in conversation around somebody's stuff. I don't know. Somebody could just be married, and somebody could be around your spouse that's just hitting on your spouse that way as well, and being tempted. I don't know. Maybe they stepped out and they did do something. For some cases, that might be the case. That's why they went crazy on something. Perverted took place. If you were married and they stepped out and then they jumped in your bed, that's not that. Talk about starting some type of my God out here. Then that energy has also come through my spirit for somebody. Somebody going through a really big ordeal out here with this energy today. Okay, y'all got 3 that came out. We have the Anzus, and this is about speaking, and we do have a message here. There's some type of messaging. There's a journey card there as well. So there's something around traveling or going forward or a harmonious change for something to take place here. And so this is about speaking. And, you know, in the air reading, there was looting, there was thievery, there was secrets, there was all that stuff. This is a looting rune. It's also a rune that talks about somebody preying on somebody, Prey. It's out here in a really big way. They don't care because they lost their freaking mind. They're full. They're disgust. Anyway, this is also creativity as well. So somebody is very creative. This house goes back to that, and that was hitting my spirit in the other reading. The Laguz. This is about balancing. This is water. This some type of embarrassment has also been around some ordeal, and somebody's gonna have to get over it. Maybe it's because they sit in a place. I don't know. Whatever the embarrassment has been about, and somebody's just been crazy over an ordeal. It's time to grow up now, folks. It really, really is. This about medicine, and some people need help. Okay, some people are far gone, but they at least need to be taken out of society. I don't know. So we got that. So the letter L, and this is the letter A, but it looks like the F. We'd have Alabama out here, and we'd have LA, Louisiana, and we'd also have California if they're from LA, and we also have Florida out here around something if I want to pull that out. The CH, the Q, and somebody's X is also out here. If it's safe for you to love and some nonsense has gone around some ordeal as well, then that's also out here. This is magic, and this is a warlock in the negative, whoever the person is on any given, it's, you know, whoever it is, having to deal with what. Somebody today came out that performs spells on people deliberately. They think they have a right to put spells on people, and you don't. And for some of you all, they're using pharmakia. They're using heavy drugs to do some nonsense to alter a person, and that's dangerous. That goes back to sorcery. That goes back to things that the Most High, says is a violation and stuff like that. And so, anyway, this is what all came out in your reading, folks. It's really, really big today. So, anyway, I hope people can make up their mind on what they're going to do here. There is some type of a final verdict out here that is showing up. We do see a defeat, even if a victory has to come by, some type of a warish situation to put something down. I do see a defeat and a victory out here. The wheel's turning. Shalom.